Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Yes, welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I hope you're all well. If you are watching this match preview, before we go anywhere, please do remember to give the video a like, drop a little comment, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribers are going up, and it's good to see that it comes at a time when we've got some great content going out. Kop Bins with Few Izzy dropped yesterday on the channel. Do go and check that out tomorrow. I also have Kop to Bottom, I should say, with James and Doyle. And then Friday, we have a massive Man City preview with Boovie ahead of the huge game on Sunday at Anfield at 4:30. But this video is to deal with the match that is tonight. Liverpool play Brighton at Anfield. Big up to Amir, who's watching. Liverpool play Brighton at Anfield in a game that has caused us some difficulty in the past. I can't lie. Obviously, we drew 1-1 with Brighton earlier on in the season. That horrible penalty shout that in the last minute where Robertson was allegedly taken down Welbeck. They get a penalty and score. So we've got some revenge to dish out when it comes to Brighton. Last season, they were the only team that we drew with at Anfield. If you remember correctly, Alisson got sent off in that game. Van Dijk scored a couple headers, but it was a very nervy kind of last 10-15 minutes after Lewis Dunk scored that quick free kick with Adrian in goal. So nervy times, to be honest, whenever we've played Brighton recently. Of course, we did win there 3-1 towards the end of the season, still in lockdown. But it's about time that we gave Brighton a good old thumping at home. And it's not me being complacent. It's not me, thinking this game is won before it started. But if we're going to go into the best frame of mind on Sunday against Man City, our biggest challengers for the league again this season, then I think we have to win this game convincingly. City themselves have a tough game away at Burnley tonight. So if Burnley could pick up a point or even better, that would be brilliant for Liverpool in terms of going into that game on Sunday. But let's start with this one tonight. I mean, do let me know in the comments what you think tonight. DJC says, yes, Alex, how are we? Very well, mate. By the way, change the date of the video. Does that mean the date of the video is wrong? I'm not too sure what he kind of means there. Let us know what you actually mean. I think I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's because 10:45 in the evening I was supposed to do this. Or I was supposed to do it at 10:45 this morning, but yeah, sorry, it's been changed now. Thank you for letting me know, DJC. John Watt says he's more worried about tonight than Sunday. Well, let's get into tonight's preview then. Really, I just need to sneeze. Thank you. Right, Brighton come to Anfield with the possible starting lineup of Sanchez in goal. Obviously, Matty Ryan, their new new goalkeeper, or veteran goalkeeper, has gone to Arsenal on loan for the end of the season. So he's not in goal. Obviously, he's at the Emirates tonight, and he'll be needed after Leno was sent off last night for Arsenal. He'll be needed in the next game. But it looks like they're going to go with Ben White, Dunk, Webster, and Veltman at the back. Or it could be a three at the back with White, Duncan, Webster, and then Veltman, Gross, Basuma, March, and Towell in midfield with Trossard and Mopé up top. Now, Trossard obviously just scored the winner against Tottenham. They're in good form. They're definitely high on confidence after beating Tottenham at home in what was their first home victory of the season, which is crazy to think about. When a team like Brighton, a team that really should be winning most of their home games to avoid relegation, that's the kind of team that they are, with all due respect. You'd think that they would be picking up a lot of points at home, but only one win this season at home, and that was to Tottenham very recently. A lot of people saying, bless you. That's very nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, promise not to sneeze again. But like I said, last season, they gave us a really difficult game at Anfield. They are expected to be without Danny Welbeck tonight, who obviously won the controversial penalty, which earned the Seagulls a point in the fixture earlier on in the season. He's got a knee injury, but he could be back in for the weekend. Lamptey, Jahan Baksha, and Andoni are still absent. Veltman and McAllister both picked up relatively minor muscle injuries against Spurs, and they'll be assessed before tonight. But it's looking like a makeshift team for Brighton. Of course, they will have Trossard and Mope up front, and they will have their kind of first choice back three. But in the midfield, especially with Veltman and Gross, this is looking like a bit of a makeshift team. But enough about Brighton. Let's talk about the Red Men. Obviously, two new signings have come in, Ben Davies and Ozan Kabak. And there is a potential that we will see one, if not two of them tonight. I'm really interested to know what your lineup prediction is for tonight. I'm really, really interested. So get them in now and we'll go through them at the end of the stream. We're going to be on for about 3 more minutes, trying to make these videos a lot more compactable and viewable as we go into the game tonight. Only 9 minutes. Marshall says, peace and love from New York in Harlem, or Harlem in New York, I should say. Great content as always. Do you think Fabinho will start playing in his position when he comes back from injury? Also, do you think Ozan Kabak will be ready for the City game? Great question, great comment. Thank you very much. Do I think Fabinho will start playing in his position? Absolutely. We haven't just bought 2 centre-backs for Fabinho to carry on playing there. It's just logic defies it, really. Obviously, the lads, whether they do come in tonight and play from the start, who knows? But one thing I can say for sure is that as soon as Fabinho is back from injury, he will be playing in midfield, where hopefully we can finally see Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho in midfield. DJC says, I'm grateful Lamptey isn't available for this game. Absolutely, yeah, out right back. But let's get into Liverpool's team news. So obviously Davies and Kabak are around. They can play. Sadio Mane still looks to be out for this one after he missed the West Ham game due to a muscle problem. But I think he'll be back for Man City. So nothing to be hugely concerned about there. I mean, with how Nat Phillips is playing, you could almost say that, well, Ben Davies and Kabak ain't going to get into that team ahead of Phillips at the minute after his great outing last week against West Ham. So for that reason, I'm still going to go with Henderson and Nat Phillips at centre-back tonight, which may seem crazy as we've just bought 2 centre-backs. But in a game like this, which is a must-win, especially the kind of game where we lost our last home game to Burnley, this is an absolute must-win if we're going to bounce back and maybe, you know, get that long home undefeated run back again. Then tonight, just for safety, I would go with Phillips and Henderson at the back. Fabinho is going to miss out again. Joel Matip is out for the rest of the season, as we know, with ankle ligament damage. And obviously, Van Dijk, Gomez, and Diogo Jota are all still out. Milner is a slight doubt with a slight hamstring strain from the last game. And Naby Keita, I mean, we just don't know what the situation is with him. Very frustrating. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Curtis Jones are among the 2 players really who will be pushing for recalls, whilst Firmino is expected to come back in after being rested at the weekend, and Divock Origi, I mean, I can't see him getting a game tonight, to be honest. And obviously Salah was the star of the show against West Ham, ending a 6-game goal drought in the Premier League and becoming the first Liverpool player since Ian Rush to reach the 20-goal mark in 4 successive seasons. Brilliant stuff there from Salah. Let's get into a potential lineup then from Liverpool. Tonight I'm going to go with Alisson, Trent, Nat Phillips, Henderson and Robertson at the back. Again, makeshift, but I don't think we're going to see Kabak or Davis play potentially until after the City game. Maybe the Champions League is the game that they start. But Thiago, Wijnaldum, I mean, Ginny, bless him, he never gets a rest. Doesn't look like he's going to get one tonight either. Thiago, Wijnaldum and Ox in the midfield I'm going to go for. And something quite different. I'm actually going to go for Curtis Jones, Firmino and Salah up top. A lot of people would say, why not Origi? Obviously, he has been playing awfully, to be honest, in the last 2 games. And the man who I probably would have played over him has left us. He's gone to Southampton on loan in Takumi Minamino. So disappointing to not see him around. Hope it works out for him. Klopp has said that it's a long-term project with Minamino, so we'll see about that. But yeah, David agrees with me. He sees it like I do tonight. Will Jones start? I'm going for yes. I can't lie to you. I do think Curtis Jones will start tonight. He also says, do you think we'll see anyone but Hendo and Nat in the back tonight? No, you've seen my team preview. DJC says he wants Kabak or Davies to start, but it will be Hendo and Phillips. I think we all know that. Ginny Ox and Thiago, and I think it would be Firmino, Origi, and Salah. I'm actually going to go Curtis Jones over Origi tonight. Let me know what you think of that. Jihad, the last comment there, says his only concern with Kabak is he's a little bit harsh on his tackles. I'm afraid of him costing us some penalties or red cards. We'll have to see about that. And Amir says maybe Origi does start because of Brighton's tall defence. We'll see about that. And yeah, David agrees with my backfield. So there you go, guys. We're going to be back on tonight straight after full time with Doyle. We're going to have Welford. We're going to have Darren as well, talking about the Reds' performance. Let's hope it's a big win. I'm personally going for 3-1. I do think that Brighton do have potential to score with Trossard in form, Morpay always causing a threat up top. They scored against us last season. So even though they will get a goal, I do think we'll blow them away eventually at Anfield tonight. We need to win. Obviously lost our last game against Burnley at home. Ollie Long says, come on the boys. And DJC says, are we tuning in as always? So yes, we'll see you around 10:15 tonight, a late one on the Kop TV for the post-match reaction show, as hopefully Liverpool turn away Brighton at Anfield. I'm going for 3-1. Take care. We'll see you tonight.